Hello and welcome to Squib TV. I'm Samuel Layton, joined by James Cartwright, who's got a weird smile on his face today. We're going to be continuing our rundown of who we think the best player in the NFL is, and today we're going to be talking about
the NFC West.
So yesterday we had a lengthy discussion about the NFC South. Came out with Luke Kuechly on top, although Julio Jones was pretty close. I don't know whether we'll be in quite as debate form today when we're talking about the NFC West, but we'll see what happens anyway. So we're gonna roll straight in there with the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, I think this one's pretty unanimous. James, who do you think's the best player on this team?
Well, it's not unanimous for my decision. I'm going to go with Larry Fitzgerald for the performance he's put up over many years, and the closest they came to winning the Super Bowl. He was an instrumental part of that, and very unlucky not to actually be on the winning side that day when they lost to a certain side who I enjoy.
Yeah, Larry Fitz is one of the top receivers. He has been one of the top receivers in the game for a long time. And I think, you have to include him in this conversation. I'd also include Carson Palmer in this conversation. I think he's done very well since going to the Cards. I think he's rejuvenated them. They've rejuvenated him. It's been a match made in heaven. But the guy I'm going to have to say is the guy who I think at the minute you probably would argue with, I think definitely, if not the best running back in the league, the second best running back in the league, provided that this guy actually doesn't get suspended for games. I'm going to go with the fact that he's probably the best, and it's going to be David Johnson for me. I mean, I don't know what you think about that. Obviously, with being a Steelers fan, Le'Veon Bell, when he is playing, is one of the best.
No, David Johnson is. I mean, if we're talking about the best player on this team currently, yes, David Johnson.
Yep. Going with David Johnson then?
Yeah, we'll go with David Johnson.
We'll go with David Johnson. Larry Fitz would have been a close second. I think if we were doing this 2 years ago, it would have been Larry Fitz.
Yeah, Larry Fitz, I was talking more, if we're talking about Cardinals in the last 10, 15 years, it'd have to be Larry Fitz in general, but, this whole list is here and now, the NFL now.
Yeah, and I think we'll go with. I think we'll go with David Johnson on that one. I think he's on the up as well. He's only going to get better. Young guy, can catch, he can run, can probably throw. I tell you what, put him in the defense. I'm sure he'll make a tackle or a few picks. We'll roll on through then to the 49ers, San Francisco team with not many star playmakers. Anyone that jumps out at you as the best player?
It's a difficult one. I mean, I'm not favouring this side for a very good season at all, which I might be panned for, but
we have been panned before on this.
Well, there you go. So if we're going to get panned, don't watch our videos if you don't like us. Anyway.
Fair enough. Who then is the best player?
Carlos Hyde for me.
Carlos Hyde, yeah.
Makes the runs, energetic player. Catches your eye. I mean, that's what you're talking about with these sides. Who catches your eye? I'm
going to go, traditionally through these videos, James have gone offense, I've gone defense. I'm going to say Navarro Bowman. I think is a top defensive player. Carlos Hyde isn't my fantasy team though, so obviously for those 49ers fans who think that we hate you, we don't. We just want you to do a little bit better, because I think the 49ers are one of those teams I always think traditionally were a good team, especially when we were getting into it, when Cap took you to the Super Bowl. So it's when we say these things, when we say these negative things about these teams, it's not because we don't like you as a side, because I think we're quite disappointed. We like to see most of the teams being competitive, especially in this division, which I think is not. It's been quite traditionally one of the weaker divisions, and I think the Niners has
pretty weak division.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see them do it a bit better. But I'm going to go for a Bowman. But I think I'll agree with you. We'll go Carlos Hyde. Nice to have a couple of running backs battling it out here. And Carlos Hyde was the guy last season who was the one 49ers player who really did sort of look the part. So hopefully he'll advance and carry on next season in that vein of form. So we're going to go to Los Angeles with the original Los Angeles team now, or the oldest of the two Los Angeles teams, the team that's been there for 1 year. Who's the best player on the Rams, James?
Well, a guy who needs a big season, but had a good rookie season, Todd Gurley for me. I think makes the runs and is the guy who can really stamp his authority and be a franchise player and be the face of that LA Rams franchise. Yeah,
I think Gurley's a fantastic player. I think he's going to be one of the players who carries this team forward for certain. I think he's the one, especially with a young QB like Jared Goff. If you've got the running play, that gives Goff the opportunity to find the other targets and so on, and actually make plays himself. I'm actually going to go defensive side of the ball again. I'm going to go with Aaron Donald. I think the big man is probably one of the best nose tackles in the NFL. I think he's pretty unstoppable when he's on form. top player, one of the players that they've built this defence around. I don't know what you think about Aaron Donald, James.
I like Aaron Donald, but I'm willing to concede, but on the defensive side of the game. But in terms of a guy who you're going to imagine is going to be the guy you're going to be looking at as and saying he's the first player I think of when I think of the LA Rams, I would defend my pick of Todd Gurley.
Yep, I think we'll go with Todd Gurley. We have 3 running backs going into
Why not?
Into this one, so it's going to be running back heavy division. So let's see who it is in the Seahawks then. Is it going to be Thomas Rawls, James?
I'm afraid not.
No, it's not going to be Thomas Rawls for me either. Go on, who are you going to say the best player on the Seahawks team?
I'm going to go against my usual pick of the offense and go with a guy in the defense, a safety, Earl Thomas. Regular player, plays really well, makes defensive plays, comes out of anywhere. I mean, you can have a multitude of players from this defense in this choice as the Seahawks' best player, but simply because the Seahawks struggled when he went missing for a month last season. That's probably what crippled them in their attempt to win the Super Bowl. Yeah,
I mean, obviously I'll throw a couple of other players in just for the sake of argument. Cam Chancellor, I think one of the top players in the defence as well. Obviously you're going to have to talk about Russell Wilson, a man who extends the play, a man who can make plays with his legs, with his arms, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And he's got a ring as well, so you can't really dispute this. But I'm going to have to agree. Earl Thomas, when he broke his leg last season, it was a massive misfortune for the Seahawks, and it I think I agree with James. It sort of scuppered their plans. I think that had Earl Thomas been fit, they would have been a much stronger team in the playoffs. Showed how much he was missed when Matt Ryan carved them apart at the Georgia Dome. So yeah, I think we're going to go there. We'll go 4-1 then. I'm going to go instantly 4 with Carlos Hyde. I think. Just simply because of the team he's on. I think Carlos is a fantastic player, but I think the 49ers need to improve a little bit. At number 3, Gurley, yeah. I think obviously debatable with Aaron Donald as well. 2, Earl Thomas or David Johnson. Who are you going with?
Earl Thomas second.
Earl Thomas second or David. I think you can do this either way, but I think David Johnson, the fact that he is probably one of the best exciting young players in the league, we have to stick him there. I think if the Cards didn't have David Johnson, they wouldn't be anywhere near as threatening as they potentially are. So yeah, if you disagree with it, if you agree with us, please comment and let us know. We're going to be putting videos out every day up until the regular season begins, so get subscribing. Don't forget to like this video and follow us and tweet us at Squib_TV. Also, just a quick one, if you have any ideas of what videos we could make, please let us know, commenting or tweeting us, anything like that. We'd be happy to forget the word, but we're happy to look at any ideas that you guys want to see for definite. So yeah, thank you very much for watching.
It's a touchdown.